We were, faced with, where our club was at this time of the season, and I've had a number of inquiries on our players, and we were listening. And in this circumstance, the value of the players that we acquired, kind of exceeded, our expectations, and so we executed it. If the rain delay didn't happen, he'd probably pitches, or he definitely pitches, assuming that the score, happened the way that it happened. But the rain delay, provided an opportunity for, us to, kind of get a final offer from Miami, and which we agreed to, and then executed the deal, and then we had to go through medicals. But at that time, I came down and told Robbie and Buck, so that he didn't end up pitching in the game. With Vargas, left-handed bat, middle of the diamond, shortstop profile right now, elite contact, elite decision making, has above average exit velocity for the level. He's young. That's another good quality, and he's really performing well at the level. And then with Hernandez, switch hitting catcher, above average arm strength, another guy with above average exit velocity, and really good decision making in the batter's box. And we've had scouts at that level, looking at some of the players, and I think one of the advantages also is we play them so much through extended spring and complex league ball that they get familiar with our players, we get familiar with their players, and these are guys that some of our field staff had kind of pointed out as well. So we just did some tracking, and we're ultimately able to end up with both players. It's more just listening to the other clubs and seeing what opportunities exist. So it's a little different than just declaring it and calling everybody and saying, we're sellers. It's more just looking at it on a case-by-case basis, hearing who, clubs kind of covet, and hearing what their kind of their price point is on the play. We can kind of gauge signals from other clubs, and if the signals are strong enough, we have to look for opportunities. I mean, our farm system's got a way to go. We've had some drafts that I think a lot of people feel good with, but we have to just continue to add. If we're going to go where we need to go in the long term, we're going to need an upper tiered farm system to get there. It's not where we want to be. It's not what we want to be doing. We're trying to kind of balance the best interest of the team, but also have to try to balance the best interest of the organization. And sometimes those are more perpendicular than they are parallel. So it's tough. And I've known Robbie since Alabama, and we spent a lot of time together. This was personally pretty tough on me, and I'm glad he's moving into a situation where he's going to be in a race, and going to have another crack at the postseason. But for me personally, it was difficult, and I think we didn't have visions of this at the start of the season.
Billy, beyond Robertson, teams express interest in some other players as well.
Yeah, there's a number of clubs calling and checking in regularly.
I just want to be clear because it's 12:30, so I want to make sure I'm understanding. Is this move signal that you are open for business, or are you just still sort of listening to gauge where everything is at?
Listening to where clubs are when they call us, and if the valuations on the players that they want to offer exceed what we have here in the big leagues, and that's kind of measured just with where you are today, and then also looking at future control on the players, and if that if that economic equation points to us making a deal that's best for the organization, then we're gonna have to really consider it.